And I believe we're back. Just, I'm gonna make sure that the microphone works. Hang on. Yeah, we're back. Alright, now, we're streaming again, and, looks like the, graphics card is, I won't be able to tell right away if it's gonna be, flipping out. I love the shooting stars. Oh man, my texture pack, you know, I love my texture pack. I feel like I need to tell the story about how the texture pack came to be, because it is sort of one of those things that everybody either says, hey, I want a copy of that texture pack, or they say, good God, I hate your fucking texture pack. It elicits a response out of people. I like that. So let's talk about the texture pack, shall we? Um, Alright. Started out, when I started playing Minecraft, I started using the default, and I used the default just long enough to get used to it. Not very long at all. And then I started looking for a little bit more of a experience in playing, if you know what I mean. This is just, I was looking for a bit of, I don't know what you would call it. I was looking for sort of, not a next generation kind of look, because I don't really play new games per se, but I did want something a bit more grown up, I guess you could call it, right? So I tried a couple texture packs, and one of the first ones that I tried was one called Summerfields, and it was it was a 32 by 32 texture pack, and I just fell in love with it. Of course, it didn't have any of the connective item textures or anything like that attached to it. It was just straight up Summerfields, right? So when it became time for me, oh look at this, I got way too much of this. Alright, I may have to build a hall of excess somewhere, like a tower somewhere, of just excess goods, because it's starting to get to the point that I have too much nitra, and you don't ever want to dispose of anything unless, unless there's a reason for it. But anyway, started using Summerfields, and I fell in love with the texture pack. It was great, it was fantastic. And then I started playing Better Than Wolves, and Better Than Wolves had support for the for Summerfields that was supported by the maker Lithium Sounds. But by the time that I started playing it, Lithium Sounds had since departed the Minecraft forums or whatnot, to some extent had sort of abandoned Summerfields. Summerfields was not being maintained by anybody at that time. So I started to notice that, and this was back when Minecraft used to handle its textures in a completely different way. This was pre 1.5.2, right? So I started noticing that the way that Minecraft handled its textures was so dependent on like singular tiles. Sorry, it was dependent on tile sheets, and the tile sheets were really hard to read if you had not had any exposure to tile sheets before. I'd never seen them, right? I mean, never been a game programmer or anything like that. So when I started to look at Summerfields, I started to realize that we're gonna have to go get some sugar cane, by the way. I started looking at it, and I realized that the reason that uh, certain blocks were completely invisible was because they were better than Wolves blocks that did not have a corresponding tile filled in on the Better Than Wolves item, the sheet, right? And I realized, oh, there's space for it. It just hasn't been added, right? So I started to just kind of add just blown up versions of, I used to just basically take Photoshop and um, scale up the 8x8 textures in vanilla Minecraft for Better Than Wolves into 32x32, and I just use like a Gaussian blur to like make them look halfway decent. And I was only looking for playability because I just wanted to be able to see what was there without changing my texture pack back to regular Minecraft. In other words, nobody else was making what I needed, so I made it, right? And it was ugly and it was kind of messy. And I was raised to be an artist. My profession is artist, but my career is forklift driver because that's what pays the bills. So with my vocation, what I want to be, what I aspire myself to be, being an artist, I realized that, well, heck, man, I used to play around with Mario Paint, know how to work Photoshop. Um, why don't I just make my own texture pack? And it's not like anybody needs to ever have it, so I don't have to worry about stepping on anybody's toes or anything. So I just made up my own version of Better Than Wolves Summerfields. And then I started noticing that Summerfields had been taken under the wing of a girl named Cuddlewoozle, who was on the Minecraft forums. And Lithium Sounds had basically given her like full permission, like authority to actually do Better Than Wolves. And so I saw that there was still some need for it, so I downloaded some of their work. And while there were certain things in that work that I really did like the mutton and a couple other things, really enjoyed them. There was a lot of work that I did not care for, and that I didn't really feel was in the spirit of what Lithium Sounds was going for. And so I decided I would just make it my own edit, and I would just take what worked, take what didn't work, and make it better, and I would just leave it at that. And then I got into putting it up on the Better Than Wolves forum under the name Mogulus, and I was very happy with the way things were going on there, until I got into a little hissy fit with the highest ranking person on the forum, and I ended up leaving the forum sort of in disgrace and sort of angry, and I quit sharing it with anybody. And then I went to the Minecraft forums and put it up, but Cuddlewoozle chose not to use my version, but it used other people's versions. So I was like, some of the versions that she used wasn't that great, and she ignored mine, even though I had a lot of functionality that was not available anywhere else. So I kind of said, okay, fine, back to just using it for myself. And I said, scurry back into the darkness. And I started perfecting everything. Started doing things like biome-specific textures, like the leaves on the ground right here, that signifies that you're in a forest, and the connective textures that makes it so that the grass and the ground and the grass and everything isn't just the side grass and everything isn't just a repeating over and over and over, thing, while still maintaining the Summerfields look. If you look at the vines and all of the trees have variation on them that doesn't happen on every single block. If you look at the birch trees do not just repeat themselves over and over and over again. There's slight variation as you go up and down the trunk. I did this at great personal time expense. I mean, it didn't cost me anything except for time, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. Then I got into making, whoa, I missed one of these. Huh. There's something I need to work on, cocoa beans. Some of the connective textures are not mine. Some of them are, and I've verified who they are and given everybody credit in the texture pack file. And this is a texture pack remix of sorts. For instance, the wood planks, which are freaking amazing, were not done by me. I don't even know who did them, so I just included that information in the texture pack. But look at that. That is brilliant. That is amazing. The carpet I did. I have not done carpet slabs yet, even though I do intend to. Actually, there are no carpet slabs in Better Than Wolves. I don't have to worry about that. All of the leaves and everything in the trees I do actually have to differentiate between the oak and the jungle trees because they both use the same type of leaf. So actually, is jungle... Can't remember what type of leaf the jungle uses, but it does use a different type of leaf, and I need to fix that. But wow, look at this. 13 and 12. Yep, it's hanging on there. It's using just enough seeds to make it look awesome. I'm pretty confident that the seeds will grow in bursts as well. But anyway, did I put the... Yeah. Let's go get the... I'm going to go ahead, go up here, put this into the grinder, take what I need out of the grinder, and then we may actually start loading up to get ready to go exploring. I'm not sure. I want to get some dessert foods to take with me. Oh, and I never actually finished talking about why I wanted to have potatoes in the mix. I figure that should be something we do talk about. So, look at what happens when you go to eat, say, cooked kebab. Watch my fat content. See how it increased quite a bit. Well, if my fat content is like right here, and I need to eat more food, won't be able to eat a kebab because it'll put me over the line and I'll be obese. I'll be sacrificing some movement. If I have, say, ham and eggs, I can eat that. It doesn't add as much, I don't waste a whole bunch of food, right? The problem is I can't just load up on ham and eggs. I have to take ham and eggs and kebabs because that gives me the resolution in food replenishment that I need. There's a problem with that as well. The problem with that is that it requires more inventory slots, and I don't go through the food as quickly as I need to. So the answer for that... okay, I have connected items for the cocoa powder, but I don't have it for beans. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Anyway, thing is, there are dinners, and dinners are basically you use any kind of meat, carrot, and a potato, and it sort of crosses that perfect line. Like say, cooked kebab, I think refills like 4.5 or 5 hearts, and the next tier down, the ham and eggs and all that, I think it refills like 2.5 or 3. It's a respectable amount, but it's not a lot. The sandwiches are the same way. Well, dinners replace like 4 even, or maybe it's right there. It's the perfect amount to refill. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think we are going to go ahead and start. We need to start enchanting everything and melting everything down for an adventure. We'll start with the helmet because this is a great helmet, but I'm gonna have to that's projectile projection 3. We'll start with the armor. Well, the dogs are barking, so there's something. Let's go ahead and make this into rope. We're not going to need the rope, but we're just going to put it away. We're also going to make some potions and take them with us. Actually, we've already made enough potions to take with us. Actually, you know what? We're going to make quite a few potions to take with us. Fuck that shit. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to enchant the helmet first, and if the helmet doesn't have what we want on it, we're going to make another helmet, and then another helmet, and we are going to get what we need on the helmet first. Respiration 1, that's not good enough. Okay, we need a crafting table up here. I mean, good grief, why wouldn't we have a crafting table up here? Seems like that's exactly what we should have. Let's make another one. And good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Aqua Affinity and Blast Protection, that's not good. Okay, one more time. Aqua Affinity 1, that's not good. I got Respiration 1, that's not good enough. Okay, we will use the Blast Protection 1 for right now. Now, let's go down here and melt down our items. And now we're wearing everything again. Let's go ahead and put everything into the places that we need them to be. Okay, while I'm away doing this, I'm gonna try to think of what I can put on top of the mushroom farm to make it pretty again. And enjoy looking at this, because like once we go exploring, we're probably not gonna be back for a good long while. You know how that goes, right? Let's see what iron is looking like. Because once we get to the nether, we're going to want to have the ability to put exactly the type of food that we want in our mouths and eat it, right? We're going to want to have dinners, in other words. So after we do that, we are going to need, desperately, we're going to need wither skeletons, because wither skeletons will give us wither skulls. Wither skulls will give us withers. Withers will give us nether stars, and a nether star will enable us to get the real prize, which is gonna be projectile protection 3, which I think we already have. Oh, fire protection 2, that's very nice. Okay, we got projectile protection 2 and 3, so let's go ahead and melt down. Well, we're not gonna melt down anything yet. Gotta wait a little bit for that mob trap to fill up again. I'm gonna have something I gotta take care of here in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and grind all of our hemp. Yeah, let's do it. Cause I need to take care of some business, and I'll be back. I need to study some papers that my boss wants me to look at. And when I get back, hopefully I will be in a happy place. I'd also like to build ourselves a new grinder, like a new grinding situation where we can collect our ground goods without going outside or anything. So while we are doing this, we are going to look out this window. Well, the window over here is much better. And I will be back soon.